Peter, we're live. You just gonna drink water while we're live? Is that really how you want to spend your life? It's up to you, man. But we are in fact live, Peter. That is a fact of life. So just saying, dude. Doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo. Dominic, hey. Lincoln, hello. How you guys doing? I didn't put up an Instagram thing. Todd, what's up? I didn't put up the Instagram thing saying we were going live. I just sort of was hoping people would be like, oh yeah, it's Wednesday. So no special guest today. No one joining today. Blake S., I don't really have a big gun collection to do anymore. I used to. I can show the pictures of the collection I used to have if we want to do that. Chile. We've got brothers from Chile watching today. Chile. Hola. Oregon Knife Guy. Hi, Scott. So today is better than the past week. I don't have any big agenda for the show this week, but we're just gonna talk. I mean, I got some stuff to show you guys, but the big event this week was back to school shopping. Yay! Got all that done. Boys go back to school on Monday, and then I go back to the shop on Tuesday. So just a lot of preparedness stuff. But I got some cool stuff. Actually, I do have a little bit of an agenda. So Oregon Knife Guy. I mean, what I think I'd like to do. I have seen a little bit of those new Samsung folding phones. I don't know. I'm worried about that. Like, I don't know if I trust them. But so Oregon, I might as well just take the camera to the knife drawers and just go straight down and not separate it by brand or anything. Although I am planning to separate all my jade knives and just have a separate jade section regardless. Because the way I have my knives organized, because I'm a geek, nerd, whatever about it, is I have them organized alphabetically by brand, and then within that, sometimes by model number, sometimes not. I have my collection stored in Sterilite drawers with squishy, the stuff that you would line cabinets and stuff with on the bottom of it, and then do not eat packets thrown in all around for moisture protection. Good evening from London. So London, what are you guys, like 6 hours ahead of us, I think, maybe? So, but though the reason I use the Sterilite drawers is because it's really easy when I need to change stuff around. Is you just pop the whole drawer out and mess with it and flip them around and stuff like that. So I don't even know how many of them I have. They're the wide ones, and they come 3. Each one is 3. 11:30, so about 5 hours, I guess. Yeah. All inside. Like I keep them all inside. Just in the next room over there, actually, to try to keep them a little, environmentally controlled. The boys are very well educated to not mess with them. Thanks to EDC's nuts, I just purchased a Demko AD 20.5 from him. So that'll be here soon. I don't have a special spot for the Safe Queens. They're in among the rest. They just don't ever come out. They just never, or unless sometimes they come out just for me to hold them, but they don't. They're all organized together. So yeah, I've never eaten Do Not Eat though, but because it says Do Not Eat, and I routinely follow the rules when they're not inconveniencing me. And then I kind of don't follow them so much. But the boys are very well educated on what is dangerous and how to not mess with dangerous things. And like Ethan is 6, but he knows that just like if he wants to see one, all he has to do is ask me, and we will do it together. And he doesn't touch it alone, and so it's like not some mysterious thing. He has access to it. All he has to do is ask to see it first, and he doesn't touch it on his own. Do I have a favorite Safe Queen? I don't know. Yeah, Ethan's gonna start first grade on Tuesday. Aiden's going into middle school. He's going in 6th grade. Time really does fly. If anybody remembers Aiden's first video, the My Blue Knife video from way back when. Yeah, it was a really cute video about his blue knife. He was so proud after we built that together. Anyway, Kurt from Dark Hammer Forge, we're going to look at a bunch of stuff that he donated for. If you guys remember the video to raise money for the families, kids, and a dad with cancer, he donated a bunch of his handmade stuff for us to. We're not exactly sure the mechanics of how we're going to do this, and that's why you haven't seen it before, because I've had the box for a little bit. The original idea was an auction or maybe a sale, but really nice stuff that he donated for us to try to raise some more money for those families. And we're going to start looking at it just because there's going to be a whole separate video. But like I said, we're not sure how to do the mechanics of it. I've never done something like that. And I asked Bob, and he wasn't sure either exactly how to do it, but there's some beautiful stuff. So we'll take a look at that. You need the names of every knife in the thumbnail. Oh, you mean for like my banner? I can give that to you. Let me look. Hold on. Let me look. I'll tell you. So in that thumbnail on the banner, starting on the left, that's a Strider. Oh, my nose is so itchy. That's a Strider SNG. Then we have, moving over, that's a Zero Tolerance 0200. And then that's an Enlon EL01. And then you see the top of the Benchmade Reptilian 550. And then that is a I think it's a 522 Benchmade Presidio Ultra over there on the right. Those are all of the knives in that thumbnail. Now you know. Oh, you know what, Phil, you're very welcome. And I hope it was taken as constructive and trying to help you out there. I think you got to own it, man. You just got to own it and not let anybody take over. you know, your friend in that video seems to want to take over. Well, thank you for that little donation there, EDCs. That will help with giveaways. you and your wanting me to have to say Bushcraft Spice Wallet. Yeah, this guy. But see, I'm going to say get yourself some used medicine containers, duct tape them to a piece of Velcro, and there you go. Flint, Michigan. How's the water? I mean that sincerely. How is the water? Because I don't know. I've heard it's bad. I've heard it's fixed. I don't know. All right, so it is 6:45, guys. We are going to get started. And this is episode, I forgot. It says in the title. But welcome to all of this. So, 17. Thanks, good old boy. So like I originally thought I had no genuine agenda here, and I don't. Hey, Tank, message me after so we can talk about your outgoing boxes, and I can give you some info on it. I guess we do have a little bit of an agenda. Like I said, we're going to look at some stuff from Dark Hammer Forge that he donated to help raise money for the families that are dealing with cancer. One for a kid, one for the dad of the family. And you know, I'm hoping that you guys can give some good suggestions on how we can like run an auction or something for them, or direct sales or whatever. I'm going to show you some and talk about some new stuff incoming. Olight was going to release something new on the 30th, and then they had production problems, so that's going to be pulled. But I think you might have seen some new stuff about new sales going on. They've got new sales going on, and the Buck 110. Let me show this. The Buck 110 is like the classic pocket knife. So much so that I've seen other companies now do knives inspired by the Buck 110. I know Schrade has one and some other companies, but there is only one Buck 110. So listen, let me tell you where here we go. There was one incident that you'll find 100 different articles on, but it all references the same incident where one dude misused his light, and it was an operator error kind of incident. I don't know. I've been using Olight for years, and I've never had a problem with it. I don't know, but I'm gonna leave it at that. We do them in. Scott, I'm reading your comment. That's something to think about. So anyway, let me start by showing. I did a cool trade with Drew, who I did the custom Benchmade for his son, and he's on the Patreon team now, and he has helped me fill one of my Jade Grails. Need a new head torch. I'm about to review a new one by Nightcore. That looks pretty good, Burning Sky. So you might want to check that review out when it comes out in a week or two. It looks pretty good. But this is the Spyderco Blade HQ exclusive Manix 2 in Jade. I sent off 3 different pieces to trade for this guy, and I'm super happy because these ones they sell out in moments when they're released. And so now it adds it joins my Spyderco Jade collection with the PM2 and in satin, and the military also in satin. So now what I need to do, I'm tracking on eBay to get the native chief in jade. The only problem is they're about $300. So I'm working on it. I'm working on it. But this is, I'm so excited to get this because the Manix 2 is kind of one of my very favorite Spyderco models. And, you know, of course, jade. It's jade. So this is awesome. And I'm halfway between good old boy. I did look at the catalog. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it. I kind of want to carry it, but at the same time, I want it to be a collection piece because you can't just replace these, you know. But this is awesome. So I'm glad I had a good trade there. God is just, but yeah, I'm going to get a line on that. I had another viewer, Joshua. Joshua wanted to add something for a giveaway. Fourth Horseman, did you do the custom builder thing on Benchmade's website to get that? So this knife just wasn't his speed, and he contacted me and said, I want to send it to you to do a giveaway with. And we have so much stuff lined up for giveaways right now, and it's so awesome that I love when members of the community want to get involved with the community. And so he sent not only the this, I forgot the actual name of this, but this guy, this little revolt knife, VG10 steel. It's got like a whole G10 frame with this little clicker-like lock that locks up over here on the spine. And if it gets oiled up, it can be almost one-handed, but it needs some oiling so it flicks out all the way. But you remember this from BattleBox? I don't know what mission. So he sent this to give away, just for us to do a giveaway with. The rotor. There you go. And it's interesting. It's not really my speed either, but I know there are folks out there who would love to have it. And so that's why it's so awesome that he gave it up and said, I'd like to donate this for giveaway. And he even sent the Ready Man. It's like the fishing card. I wasn't expecting this at all, but mission number poop. That's good. But he sent this too. So I got to get something on the way back to Joshua just to give him a thank you for sending this so we can get it in the hands of somebody that'll really enjoy it. But so we'll have this giveaway coming up sometime in the near future. Oh, there's my man in Mexico City. How's it going, bro? What else? Still, guys, this is such a fidget toy for me. If you have not seen the video on the axial shift, I own autos that are 2 or 3 times the price of this thing. I absolutely love this. And it's so soft. It has one time it has failed to fully fire and lock. One time. And I play with this all the time when I'm just sitting around fidgeting. And it was on that live with Justin and Molly. It was that one time. This thing is phenomenal. I highly, if you're in the market for an OTF or an auto at all, consider this thing. Go back to the video where I unboxed and reviewed it and check it out. It's amazing. And I hear my phone ringing, and Ethan's going to be bringing it into me. One second, guys. I apologize, guys. Doctor's appointment, doctor's office stuff. Still got lots of doctory stuff going on. Yeah. So anyway, guys, what is all right? Sorry, yeah, that's just all. I'll tell you guys, I don't keep secrets from you. New mental health related medicine, and checking in on dosages and stuff like that. So there we go. Yay, fun. Just as a side note, so if you guys have heard of the burn pit, the VA military burn pit registry, for people that were deployed to certain places in the Middle East and everything, Congress has passed a new law for the VA that says we're not gonna pull the Agent Orange crap that they pulled after Vietnam. We know that we have fucked up these guys' lungs bad, and so now they're doing presumptive, which means that if there's stuff that could be related to the burn pits from us inhaling all the stuff, the burn pit the burn pits are the way they disposed of all trash and refuse and debris, including dead bodies and military equipment, was they just burned it. They just threw everything in a pit, dumped diesel or aviation fuel on it. Hi, Ethan, and set it on fire, and we breathed it in. We just inhaled all of the chemicals and ash and everything. So now the VA has to basically, instead of us having to prove our illnesses are related to stuff, the VA has to pay us or prove it's not related to that, which is the exact opposite of how they've done it the whole time. So I got an email from the VA that basically said they've gone through my records, and there's 3 things now that I have to come in for so that they can basically just stamp my card and say, "Yay, you're more disabled." That they're not even. There's so many of us. They don't even have the resources to go through the stuff to try to prove it could have been anything else. So they're just like, you get more disability, and you get more disability, and you get more disability. And I'm like, you can only pay me for 100%. You cannot pay me for more. And just for like, to give you guys an example, you probably don't care, but I am actually, my total injuries before this equal 125%. I am 125% disabled. I am more than 100% disabled according to the VA. That's not what they pay me for, because the VA does this crazy ass math when it comes to how much they pay you for. But I am considered by the United States government 125% disabled in terms of injuries and illness and all that, sustained while on duty. So it's just crazy stuff. Lincoln, they're probably, they have the same problem up in Alaska, at was it Fort Greely, I think, with like toxic water and soil and stuff. Anyway, I'm sorry. Long way to explain why I had to take that phone call when I did. So, all right, Hero Brian, we'll talk to you later. So there's that. I was supposed to post the Tac Pack unboxing today, but I need to get the contact info for Kevin for his lasering stuff. If I don't hear from him by Friday, I'm just going to post it up anyway. Yeah, they can only pay you for 100% at a max. And Ethan, did you leave the phone in here? Yeah, he did. But the important thing is, the reason why it's important, even if like they consider you 150% disabled, is because they owe you care and stuff for everything on your list. So it's important to get that up. Hey, there's Dave. Hi, Dave. Hey, Dave. Look what I got from Olight. Look what color it is. You left the phone over there.
Well, I can't figure out what this does.
What does it do?
So you have to roll the feet. The arms will go spin like that. The arms will go spin, but you have to do both. Right?
You have to do both.
Yeah, let me show you.
Okay, let me show you. Sorry, guys. This is very important.
So,
It's a ghost from McDonald's. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing me. Why don't you take it into the carpet room, and I'll be done with this very soon, okay? I'm sorry, I lost track of time and space because Doctor Who. So anyway, okay, so Tac Pack will be up on Friday regardless. Tomorrow, you're going to see a review for a cool tactical, I call it EDC, but it's a I just explained to Dave the other day in person the way the VA does the medical math, the what would they pay you for, and how they do it. I'm not going into the full explanation I gave you, just explaining how I'm 125% and only get paid for so much. Anyway, okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the show. So, Tac Pack on Friday. Tomorrow, Thursday, you're going to see a review for, and it is a review where I have rejected so many of these tactical wallet companies for, like, you got the stuff. He's got the stuff. As Snacktical, EDC's Nuts is going to be a guest on the show one day because everything he says makes me want to giggle. And I used to have a rule. I used to have a briefing before my standard safety briefing for my troops. And, one of my last things was, and as a reminder, any idea that makes you giggle for longer than 10 seconds to yourself is probably stupid and you shouldn't do it. So EDC's Nuts, you're a safety hazard. So anyway, this company is called, well, I'll let you watch the video tomorrow, but they offered it up and I said, I don't know. I don't have a good history with, these tactical type wallets. And, I don't know if you're going to like what I have to say, but they were like, we understand that. Let us send you one and you make the review you think you need to make. I actually really like it. And it is my new wallet that I carry around. I didn't think anything would ever replace my Popov leather, but it's pretty good. You'll see that tomorrow. And then I still have Primal Urge changed their name to like Finest Butcher. We have that to get up. We're not going to finish all the August videos before the end of August, probably. I know we're not because the end of August is next week. But we've got a few more things. We've got the Steel to Reel Ultimate box. We've got the Redivis radios. We've got a lot of stuff still in production right now. And I think I'm going to have to extend Budget Blade Summer because there are just more Ethan Grow Jade knives I want to get. So anyway, there's that. Let me show you some of the stuff. What don't I know? I probably don't know it. So let me show you some of the stuff that Darkhammer has sent over. And remember, he does these really cool rustic hand-done knives, mostly with reclaimed metal, which is really cool. They do advertise it as a tactical wallet, which I said I don't find it that tactical, but it's shiny, but whatever. So now when we do the full video on this, he's got little notes for me about the steel on everything and handle materials and stuff. But I mean, I know who Cheech and Chong are. I don't know what you guys are referencing specifically but this is one that I actually like. And look at that, full tang. So this is one. I mean, there's a lot in here. This isn't the, where's the, little double-sided action with a bone handle in the middle. And yes, these are both dagger blades. For home defense, I would probably pick the 38 Special just because it's probably got a little more knockdown power than either of those, and I'd rather reload with. Are they all high carbon steel? He does. Yes, these are all carbon steel. I'm pretty sure anyway. Yeah, I think he works mainly in carbon steel, and I can attest to his heat treating. This one is a gorgeous little blade. The handle is so beautiful. And this one has a nice little leathery sheath. Really? One of those 3 calibers. That's very interesting. By the way, I watched The Suicide Squad last night with Aiden, and it is good for some laughs, but one of the most ridiculous superhero movies I've ever seen. This is beautiful. This is acrylic, I think. And I love the blade on this. Like when we do the auction or whatever, I'm going to bid on this guy. Or if we just do outright sales, this is going to be on my list. And this one comes with a nice snapping sheath. Where's some other cool ones? I just really love the curve on this handle. It's weird because it feels really good in the right hand, but it also, curving the other way, feels really good in your left hand, like at the same time. And it's got a really nice long blade. And these things are sharp too, by the way. Do a raffle on some of them. We could do that too. That's a great idea, Todd, actually. That's a great idea. And so this swedge is sharpened a bit too, by the way. So this one's really nice. And this has, I think this is like a stone pommel on there. But this just makes me feel kind of like Princess Bride-like. I mean, this one's really nice. There's another really cool. This is another really cool one. Leather sheath. And another small bladed one. And let's see, where else? What else? Another one of the curved handles. The curved handles are surprisingly comfortable. Like I looked at the curve and I thought to myself, I don't think that would feel that good, but it really does. And what I really like about all of his blades is that they all look, they really look like you can tell they're handmade. Like they and I mean that in the best possible way. Like you can tell this is something somebody put time and love into. It's not just some standard thing that ran off a production line. It's a one of a kind. No, these aren't a set. Each one is just in an individual knife, and like I've got the info for each one on a tag. This one is really interesting. Again, I looked at it and I was like, how could that be comfortable? Like, honestly, I thought, how could that be comfortable? But somehow it is. It's like a skinny little thing, but somehow it works. Let's see. Oop. We dropped this one. Actually, I really like the handle on this one. Well, the tag got caught up. The blade shape is actually really cool too. But with this, this piece of antler, you can, if you needed to, you can hold it really good as like self-defense, kind of like. And it also, now I don't normally like, I really like the work that Kurt does. So I don't know if that's affecting my objectivity here, but normally I don't like short handles because they just disappear in your hand. But this one, because it has that ridge there, it makes a nice. I gotta weasel around to show you. It makes a nice little rest for your fingers, and so you get a really good grip, even though it's a very short handle, and so you can really get a good grip even with this little blade, and so this one's cool. I really like this one too. You might have to compete with me bidding on that one. Yeah, there we go. More kind of a hawkbill sort of look. And keep your eye on the chat because he's throwing information in. This one's really, really cool too. For you beefy blade kind of guys. Yeah, I might as well just go through all of them because we have this one's got a really cool pommel on there. Look at that. It's got brass and like a stone in the end. And that's very daggery. This is a really cool piece. Like, even if you're not going to carry it, put this on display. And this looks like something that legit looks like something that somebody in a castle would have carried. When you see all these fancy, super perfectly clean knives in like movies and stuff, that's not what they really carried. Maybe the king had that, but yeah, it's sharp on both sides. But that's not what people actually had back then. This is cool. And this one has plenty of handle for the biggest hands. Nice weight too, nice balance. And let's see. Another one of those cool curvy handles. I still don't understand how it feels comfortable curving both ways. I don't get it. But it does feel really comfortable both ways. And this is sharp on both sides, both edges. So you can flip it around to whichever side you're comfortable or, fits your task. Oh, we're not done. We're not done. This is how many of his custom pieces he sent to help raise money for these families. Are they full tang? Some of them, I think Kurt, are they all full tang? I think some of them are. Some of them are not. There's another Saks design, and it's just choppery. It's really nice. And that's thick in terms of steel. Another curvy handle one. This one's really, I really like this blade, actually. This blade's really awesome. The handle feels really good. Oh, and this handle. I love this handle. Look at this handle. And it is a super comfortable handle. Feels good. Antler, cattle horn, brass fittings. Blade is 5160. That's really just. And then, now to be honest, I don't know which way you hold this one. I think you hold it down like this. But sharpen on both edges. And I feel like you could get a good old chop on this. Scott, if you're interested in one, get in touch with me after the show. And we'll get it sold to you, and we'll send the money right over to the charity jar at Bob's. And then here's the last one. This one's wow, this one's wrapped up really secure. To be honest, he sharpens them so good, I'm afraid to cut myself, cutting through the tape, pulling it out. So I want to be careful. Hang on a sec. Hello, Daniel. How are you? Doing okay. I hope you're doing good too. Trying not to slice my hand opening this knife here, but other than that, there we go. And this one is also a monster. So this blade is M2. All right, good old boy. I'll go look for that. This is really nice. I like this one as well. So I'm going to have to do a whole separate video showing these all and like numbering them or something so you can reference them. Like I said, we just, ever since we learned about, oh wait, there's one more. There's one more. There's this little guy. Oh, I forgot about this nasty little guy. Oh, this is a shank. This guy just ruin your day. And that's pointy. This little dude is just a stabby pokey. I think that's it. Let me make sure. Somehow there's a DocP sticker in there, in that box. I must have dropped it. And you know what? There's a couple of tags that I've got to, some of the tags fell off. I've got to work with Kurt to figure out what these fell off of and put it back on, so I have all the info. But yeah, so this is this is just, this is between $1,000 and $2,000 out of his pocket that he can make at Renaissance fair stuff and knife shows where he sells his stuff. So this is really cool. This is beyond cool. Just to help raise some money for those families. And you know what? I'm willing to put some of my own personal collection up as well. Once we work through these, and then, you know, I'll do a little knife sale as well. Or I might, now that I'm going to be in the shop again, customize some stuff and throw that up as well. But anyway, Kurt is an awesome dude and a great knife maker. And one of my favorite things is that he works with reclaimed metals, which is harder than it sounds because you got to really know what you're grabbing. Now, if you watch Forged in Fire, you can kind of get an idea, but they provide them with they provide them with a much smaller pool of resources, so it's a little easier to figure out what to use and what not. When you're just basically, you know, picking from, for lack of a better word, junk out in the world, you really got to know what you're looking for. Oh, hey, Army. You really got to know what you're looking for and what you can harden and what you can't. And beyond that, you know, it's not just what you can harden, but what hardens well. And what hardens durably and what hardens brittle. And so that's why Kurt has he's got a lot of skill. And I really, really, really need to get back into forging, which I have not done in a long time because I just don't have the space to set anything up here. And I still won't have the space to set up in the shop because the shop already gets to be well over, you know, 100 degrees, 120 degrees in the summertime with the 3 big ovens going for the Cerakoting and the powder coating and all that stuff. But, you know, hopefully within the next year, I will have found a better this house. I keep telling you guys, this house is like old. What's my favorite flavor of Doritos and why is it Cool Ranch? Because Cool Ranch is my favorite flavor of Doritos. That's why. Although the spicy chili one is a close second. If that's what it is. Sweet and spicy. Yeah, that's my second favorite. Anyway, we're going to work this out. We're going to get this going. Like I said, I'm still trying to work out logistics. I don't know exactly how to do it. I've never done anything like this. So if anybody that has ideas, please throw your ideas in, comment or get in touch, you know, Instagram, Facebook, email, whatever, because we really want to get this done and help out. So there's that. I had another viewer, and I feel terrible right now, because he sent me his knife of the month from this battle box as a gift to me because he just wasn't into the chibs. I really like the chibs, and he sent it to me just to be cool. And I owe him a shout out in the next video I record. Oh, well, I didn't know that, Sebastian. You have to let me know. I'm sending Mountain Dew to Australia. I can send Doritos to you. So, but yeah, so it's just, I'm sorry. It's really cool. It's really cool. What else do I have right around me? So, of course, I guess kind of towards the tail end here, we have Jonathan's awesome gift that he ended up sending me. These 3 Ethan grows as just a cheer up present that were pretty popular. And they are, you know, I am amazed, to tell you the truth. That, first of all, let me tell you, I think this is the 35. The action on this guy, this has such a fidget factor on it. And for it's actually like, I kept calling it 25 or 26. It's like $20 on Amazon. The mechanics on it are so good. Look, meow, meow. Like, I cannot believe I love everything about this knife. The color of the G10 they use, the minty green, the back spacer, it's the fit and finish on it is amazing. Yeah, you know, I bought into that before, Craig, to get a knife, and it was an okay knife, but meh. Todd, I want to talk more about you with this because I have never done anything like this. It's an interesting idea. You seem to know about it. I want to talk more about it with you. But I mean, this is just, you know, the kind of action that we see on knives, literally 10 times the price of this thing. This is, and while I'm not sure if the jade color is still on there, it might be, I don't know, but they've got other colors that are up there right now. And it is just, I can't believe it's, you know, a $20 knife from China. It works. And it's sharp. It is, I shaved my arm and a spot on my leg with this thing. We've got the dark, of course, which just, it looks cool. It feels cool. Well, Scott, we'll work it out some other way too. Well, there's other payment methods. We'll figure it out. I mean, it's just, and the mechanics that they put into this. I mean, not the mechanics, the embellishments and just the way the time they put into this. It's awesome. It's, I mean, these bolsters that are, and these are, you know, I thought maybe these would be one piece with the screw. No, these are separate machine bolsters. And then, you know, when the pivot goes through them and everything, and separate sub screws underneath the G10. It's just, it's incredible. I mean, for drop shutty, I mean, it's crazy. And then, of course, the 16, which I love. I something about holding it just feels so right. I'm gonna have to buy one for myself because we're gonna give this one away on the channel too. I love the pattern on it. It's just the right amount of grippy, and this lock is just perfect on your thumb. Like, really, it is. And this one too. I remember a day not too long ago where to get this kind of function, you had to spend a couple $100s. You had to. And yeah, Bastion has made one real similar to that. I remember. And we got it in, I think we got it in a battle box, right? And Real Steel has one similar to this. Even Southern Grind has the quilt, which is similar to this. But you know, $19.99. I cannot believe the price on. Honestly, I can't believe the price on this. It's. I've been looking for a way to make this thing fail or fault somehow, and it just, you can't. So this is just an incredible deal of a knife to me. And so again, you know, let's reference back to when they got caught cheating on the steel. Even if this is not D2, even if this turns out to be 9 CR or 8 CR, for $19.99, you're still getting an incredible knife for the money. Even if this is 8 CR13 instead of D2, for less than $20, I cannot believe the value in this knife. And I know there are people who are going to be like, well, it's Chinese. Well, I challenge any American company out there to put out a knife this well engineered with these materials for that price. I would buy it I'd buy 100 of them just to support American manufacturing. Swear to God, I would spend $1,999 to support American manufacturing if any American company would put out a knife of this quality with the exact same materials at the exact same price. Because this is just incredible. I mean, these 3 knives, first of all, you know, for the bro factor that he did what he did. And by the way, I don't want to give away a surprise, but we're gonna have some. He's got. By the way, if you haven't checked out his channel, check out his channel because he's got some cool videos, and we're gonna have some. In a few months, we're gonna have some awesome individual, but also I think some joint videos coming up. Like we're gonna be taking a trip, the two of us, and you're gonna see some content that will be awesome. But I think I'm gonna have him on the live when he wants to be, when he's ready to. I don't know. I'm gonna have him join me. But yes, and Todd Carr is right. Todd, they do make an awesome platform for getting into modding because the construction is simple. It's not hard to disassemble or put back together, and this is just look at it. It's just a big open canvas for you to practice and do stuff with, and lots of room to work on. And look, if you destroy it in practice, $19.99. I mean, spend $100 to invest in yourself, in the craft, and you have 5 to work on, and you can do all sorts of stuff. It's just, I'm blown away by the quality of these Ethan Grow knives, and I know I'm going to take some flack because they're Chinese made and whatever. But what a lot of people don't realize is that while China is a communist-controlled, tightly controlled government, they recognize, and I have nothing good to say about CCP. Believe nothing good to say about the Chinese Communist government. But they do recognize that you get, by allowing privatization in their industry, you get better results. You get technology. You get production. Something that the Soviets didn't realize until it was way too late. So one thing that people do kind of get mistaken is that these companies, Ethan Grow, Kubi, Best Tech, I'm trying to think of some others right now, but like that. Oh, this is true. You are an American knife maker. You support him. He's an American knife maker. But all these companies, they are not entities of the controlled by the Chinese government. They are private corporations that probably do pay their workers much lower wages than we would expect in the United States. But they have a very unique system in China where they allow privatization because it benefits their state economy, if that makes sense. There's Drew. Drew, you missed it. I showed it off. It was the first thing I showed off today. And so, like I said, I have nothing good to say about the communist government. They abuse human rights. They do all this stuff. They're terrible, terrible. But these companies are their own entities, and it's a weird thing. So I don't know. I'd much rather buy an American knife. I would much rather buy an American-made knife and support American workers. But the challenge to American companies is put out something this good with these materials in this price range, even at $10 more. Make it $10 more expensive than this thing. I would still buy it over something from China. But you can't give us something for $100, when this is $19.99, and then not understand the basic principles of economics and get pissed off when people are buying something with, quite frankly, sometimes better quality. Because I was just commenting on somebody I was replying to a comment, or somebody said, case knives, you're buying the name because it's not the same case knives you used to get a couple decades ago. And I said you could replace case with Benchmade. And, you know, the same QC problems apply. You're paying for that butterfly tax. You know, and there are some companies that make equal quality stuff. It's just a lot cheaper because you're not paying for the butterfly and the made in the USA stamp on it. So I challenge the American companies to get it together and start producing good or excellent quality, budget-friendly pieces like this, so that people can afford to buy it. And yeah, I know there's the argument like, well, people can just save up their money and blah blah blah. You know, well, that's great for the person, you know, 5 paychecks from now. Maybe they want to put something in their pocket today, you know, and that's, again, that's all economics. And American companies need to start realizing that they are driving consumers overseas with a lot of their pricing and saying, well, we can charge an extra $20 for the made in the USA. You could, yeah, and there are going to be those people that pay for it, but you are alienating a huge part of the consumer base by not producing a good quality line for people that just don't have the money or the ability to say, yeah, I can wait 5 paychecks and save up for this. You know, or some people are like, I need to put a knife in my pocket. You know, my Benchmade that I've carried for a while is broken, and I need to replace it now. And I don't have 5 paychecks to wait. But I can get this Kubi, I can get this Kaiser, I can get whatever, you know, for 30, 40 bucks right now. And the quality is excellent. Anyway, sorry, I went off on a rant. I didn't mean to go there, but I did. But my original statement stands. If an American company put out this and even wanted to charge me $10, $15 more for it, I would buy it any day of the week over something made in China. Yeah, the Chinese are buying steel from America and Germany and such, and Scandinavia, and putting it in their knives. And because they're recognizing that people want that higher quality stuff, and it's still cheaper than, you know, the equal stuff you'd make here. I still will never condone buying clones though. That's not cool. It's not cool at all. So anyway, guys, all right. I hope we've had some fun. I'm gonna go see how Ethan's doing with his little ghost dog McDonald's toy thing. So stand by for more on this cool knife auction deal going on, and stand by for some more videos. The Gerber kettlebell. Listen, I have a low opinion of Gerber in general. I mean, honestly, I think Gerber's very overpriced for what they deliver to you. There are a couple Gerber things. I like Gerber multi-tools very much, but Gerber knives, I've never really been a big fan of. And the kettlebell, I don't have any personal firsthand experience with, but I don't know. But anyway, guys, ironically, I do have a bunch of Gerber knives. So thanks, guys. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. You're all absolutely awesome. We'll be here same time, same place next week, and I will have new videos tomorrow and Friday and maybe even Saturday. You guys take care, and I will be back again real soon.